What's up everybody, Alex here, and welcome to the Dota Underlords Best Builds of the Week, the weekly series where I show you guys top 5 meta builds to help you rank up in Dota Underlords. Now this week's a special week because Valve will be releasing a balance update at some point, and also I've got a special surprise for you guys at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But the top build of this week is Vigilant, Heartless, and Hunters. This build is absolutely incredible. It's at the top of the meta. The basics of it is simple. You have Pudge here on the edge here. He's the most vulnerable unit with his massive amount of HP, so he's going to be taking most of the damage. You got Treant Protector beside him. Treant's going to be Leech Seed healing everyone around him here within one cell. You have the Knights, Abaddon, and Luna here positioned so that you can get the Knight bonus for Abaddon. Lifestealer, who's a target for Mask of Madness with Luna. And then you have your Vigilance in Wind Ranger, Drow Ranger, and Mirana. Mirana positioned here if you're against a Pudge, because if Mirana gets pulled, she'll be a-okay and she'll jump to safety, so that's perfectly fine. If you're not against a Pudge, feel free to put Wind Ranger back here. It works really well for her power shot to get right across the board, much like a Keeper of the Lightwood. You're running, Enthrall and Essex here, because with the benefit of Enthrall and the armor reduction and the focus fire capabilities of your Vigilance, you're almost always going to trigger Enthrall, which is a major win condition for this build. Overall, guys, this is an absolutely wonderful build, and you're running your Druids here in order to basically facilitate the mid game. You can run Treant with Magnus or Nature's Prophet, and then sub them out once you get Lone Druid. Guys, this is the top build. You're going to find a lot of success with it, and now let's move on to a variant in build number 2. Alright, with build number 2, we're running a variant of the Vigilant build, except this time we're running Assassins, Hunters, and we're running Spirits as well. So basically what we're doing here, we're getting rid of the Heartless bonus, and we're adding some magic capabilities here, and Voids. Of course, we're running Voids because Voids are excellent with Hunters. The ability for Hunters to multi-shot with the Void bonus will provide them with a massive increase in DPS. Now, this looks like a 9-unit build. It's not, because we have an extra Spirit in here. It actually is feature complete at 8, and you can just run an extra Spirit in there for funsies if you end up getting at level 9. But basically what you're doing here, you have Earth Spirit up top. I recommend Eno, but realistically you can run anyone. Joel is actually a good unit up front. You can put Joel up here. You can do something like this. But realistically, I love Eno in this build. And what you're going to do here, actually should be like this. You don't want Void Spirit getting focused down. You want some damage on Earth Spirit because he has a lot of HP and a lot of armor. Basically, you're running your Vigilance, Mirana in the corner, baiting those Pudge pulls. You want to take advantage of Drow Ranger's positioning if you can. These guys are going to jump. You have your Templar, your Ember, and your Void, so they're going to end up back here at some point. But overall, guys, this is a great build. It can be hard to transition into the late game with this. You might even want to run someone like Queen of Pain in the early game. Run your Spirits with, like, Queen, and then get rid of Queen, add your Ember, and get your Templar Assassin when you can. It's a bit tricky because you want to make sure if you come across a Wind Ranger, you stash her on your bench. So this is one of those builds where you have to be very aggressive in your leveling, but overall, once this gets going, it is an excellent build with a lot of winning power. And the third build of the week is Knights and Trolls. Now, I remember when Knights and Trolls was one of the absolute top of the meta many months ago in early beta, and now it's back. It is something you can legitimately run with confidence. You're looking for a Mask of Madness for Luna. You can even run a Mask of Madness for Troll Warlord. Maelstrom works wonderfully here, but basically what you're doing here is you're running your Knights with Luna back in the lineup, especially with the Mask of Madness. Getting to 4 Trolls is actually super beneficial. Now, some of these Trolls are not overly contested. Dazzle? Not really contested. Bat Rider, if someone's going Knights, they're going to want him. Witch Doctor, you can pick up Witch Doctor, no problem. And even before you get the Troll Warlord in, of course, you can get the Shadow Shaman in there as well. Shadow Shaman's out for the Troll Warlord. And basically, once you get this here, this is a great build because you have a ton of tank ability with these Knights, and you have a ton of DPS potential with your Trolls. And the benefit is, honestly, Luna. With a Moonshard or Mask of Madness, Luna becomes an absolute menace. She could easily get into the 15,000 to 20,000 damage range because you're looking at extended fights here. You're still getting the healing bonus here from your Dazzle and from your Omni Knight. If you want your Omni Knight to survive a little longer, you can actually kind of position him to be a little safer if you wish. You want to keep that healing alive because it's really going to help, especially with the fact that he has an AoE heal. But anyways, long story short, this is a fantastic build. You're going to be running Shadow Shaman before you get to Troll Warlord. I don't like relying on tier 5 units, but Troll Warlord is an excellent finisher for this build, and this is a fantastic build that is not overly contested right now. And for the fourth build of the week, what we've got here is we've got Assassins, voids, and spirits. Now I'm including this because there's a very important distinction between this and the hunter variant that I showed you earlier. And the distinction is, well, there's no hunters, and that's important because the Vigilant build, as I said, is the strongest build in the meta right now, and the result of that is a lot of people are going hunters and Vigilant. So if you're in a position where you get your spirits, you got your assassins, things are going good. Remember earlier I told you, run Queen of Pain if you can, because what ends up happening is if you're finding there's tons of content, there could be 4 people going hunters in your game. Peel off of that strategy and finish assassins, add in your voids and run your spirits, and now you got this build right here. So it's very important that you're responsive to what each individual game gives you, and this is a great fallback to the earlier build with hunters. Hunters are excellent. If you can get the hunters completed with voids, they will absolutely destroy. But assassins are good too, and they're a great fallback in the event that the hunters are extremely contested. So this is a fantastic build, and oh, by the way, it is complete at 9 units. Oh, I got multiple storm spirits here, but basically, look at this. It's feature complete here at 8, and once you get to 9, you can just add your storm spirit, or any spirit for that matter. It could be the earth spirit. It doesn't really matter. Whoever your weakest spirit is, you can put back in at level 9. So anyways, a great build, one that you can find success with in this meta. And for the final build of the week, what we've got is we've got summoners, druids, savages, and primordials. It's a lot, but trust me, it's worth it. So I actually did a build where I was fooling around, playing around, trying to summon as many things as I could. I was running Venomancer like crazy. And then what ended up happening was I realized, there's actually potential here, because savages got changed. You can actually buff all savages and allied summons with the savage bonus now. And a lot of people have been sleeping on this. They've been thinking, that's not that relevant. I wanted all the heroes to get the benefit. But here, hold on a second. Allied summons can do a ton of work, especially when you consider primordials. So this build here is a pretty damn good build. You can run Morphling or you can run, Razor. It doesn't really matter, whatever one you want to run. But at the end of the day, you're running Venomancer early, and then you're going to add, someone like Lone Druid later on. You want to run the 4 Druids because you want to get that star bonus. You're running, Bristleback up front because of his tank ability. You have Tiny. No one's going Tiny, so Tiny's going to be very easy, if not achievable, to get to 3 stars. Lycan, these are units that are not overly contested right now. Well, with the exception of Lone Druid. Everyone loves me some Lone Druid. We're also in Mango Tree because Mango Tree with the Arc Warden is going to be fantastic. I also recommend if you can get like Arcane Boots on one of these units to get that Arc Warden kind of duplicating, it'd be perfect. And the duplication with the Mango Tree is absolutely fantastic as well, because the Mango Tree is going to be throwing fruit, the Arc Warden is going to be catching the fruit, and they're going to be duplicating like crazy, and then they're going to take advantage of this savage bonus. Guys, this is a build that people are sleeping on. It can be tough to finish it, but if you can use those druid bonuses effectively and really curve out your early and mid game, and you get to this in the late game, you could have an unstoppable build on your hands. And now for the special surprise. All right, guys, I promised you a surprise, and here it is. Let's say goodbye to this horrible meta with this wonderful ode to Bloodseeker and Bloodbound. Hold on, wait for it. Wait for it. Yes, let the madness ensue. Look at this absolute chaos. Nerf them. Nerf them, Valve. Look at this absolute madness. I love it. I love it. Oh, this is so entertaining. They're swinging for almost 4,000 health. Wow, thank you so much for watching, and a very special thank you to all of my wonderful subscribers. Take care, everyone, and Valve, please nerf Bloodseeker.